Hey everyone, this is Cindy, and I'm here with another idea for this quick and easy scrapbook pages, how we can convert these ideas to junk journals. And today's idea, I've got two of them actually, is using, this one says using building materials, and the one that I picked up on was this mesh tape on this background for these letters. And so I went looking in my garage and sure enough found a roll of the drywall tape. Is to repair any holes in your sheetrock. So anyway, yeah, it's definitely been in my garage. It's got dust and stuff on it. So it's sticky, which is nice, but it's not extremely sticky. It's probably not even washi tape sticky, but we can get around that, of course. So I wanted to show you a couple of ways I used it, and then we'll do one thing together. And yes, I have all sorts of stuff all over my hands. I just took a page that I was going to, could use in a scrapbook, and I just put some down on the page, and then I glued a flower over it. So it just made like a background on that. And at first I didn't glue it down, and then I've gone back because you can see how it kind of peels up a little bit. So I just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac, and then I'll show you when we make one in a minute how to glue things better. But I was just kind of experimenting. What if it didn't have any glue? And yeah, it's very, what's the word I want? Lots of porous. There's lots of holes. Holy. It's very holy. So you're definitely going to get glue on you if you do this project. But it doesn't bother me. So anyway, that's one idea. And then I took it to a tag, and it may be harder to see. It's got a collage background, but I just used it as just something else behind the focal image. And I think it kind of helps mute that background just a little bit. So I glued it down and glued my butterfly on it. And that was a background. And here's another example of that. And it's on the book page. So hopefully you can see it. It's very subtle, but you can definitely see it in real life. So that's the ones I made for example. So let's just show you real quick, very quickly, how we can do this. And I got my focal points already. So this is just a tag blank that I've made out of book page with writing paper on the back and stitched around it. And I'm just going to roll off some of this. And I know it's probably hard to see since it is mesh, but maybe my dirty fingers will show you. And I just, because I'm just me, it doesn't bother me, I put quite a bit of glue on here, and then I'm going to smear it with my fingers. So you can probably do it in a much less messy way, but it doesn't bother me at all. So just do that, and then lay it down, and then smooth it with my hands again. And I think I got it a little bit crooked, but we don't care. And then, if it's Fabri-Tac, you can just rub it right off your hands. So. And something else I would recommend too is if you are putting an image or something on the front, you might be a little bit extra generous with the glue on this item, so it helps glue that mesh down. And we know this is that bottle I have of Fabri-Tac that's very generous, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Got my bluebird there, and I had this little handmade label, handmade, homemade, whatever label, one I stamped. And I thought the blues went well together. So I'm just going to put that up here. And then I thought, real quick, since I had these, I would finish them off too. I didn't put extra on here because I wanted you to be able to see the mesh. So, but I did want to finish these off. So this one's got a word splendid, and this is from G. Kerr, one of her word kits, digital kits. And on my mushroom here, I did a couple of things. I had the word grow printed out on some old paper. We'll put that on there and just put it towards the top. And then this is another label I printed, and I printed it on an actual receipt, and it's not old at all because you can see on there where it says zip code on there. But of course I like the yellow, so I just stamped the, I think this is one I showed you could use a stencil for a label, yeah. So, okay, so that's how I finished those off. So now let's go to the second idea I had, which is not my idea. Of course, I'm just converting it. And it is right here. And I have Raffia bows. Now, I don't necessarily want the bow. I guess if I was doing a cover, I might put a bow. And they have Raffia wound through here. It was just the idea to use Raffia because I still have this much raffia. Do you remember how, I think it was in the 80s or the 90s, whenever, that like the country decorating was really big and you tied raffia bows on everything? I still have this left over from that. But what it can be used for in junk journals is tag toppers. So I thought we would just use it on these. So if I can hold it, punch a hole, and just feed it through. I just do like a slip knot. And then, you know, obviously being pretty careful because it's more stout. The raffia is more stout than my paper is. You could staple it on there and not worry about the slip knot because it doesn't like bend too much. And if you think that's too long, of course, you can cut it off. So that is another idea from the quick and easy scrapbook pages, just to use raffia somehow in your design. And since I have a ton of it here, I am more than happy to use some of it up. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to finish these off, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode of using your scrapbook ideas for junk journals. So see you later. Bye.